Happy Monday, Antelope Valley. Hope everyone that's taken a few minutes to tune into this video as well, and that you had a pleasant weekend. I'm Troth, broker and co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Troth Realtors, right here in Lancaster, California, bringing you this week's edition of the Antelope Valley Real Estate Snapshot. It is Monday, the 23rd of May, 2022. Heading into the Memorial Day weekend, which hope lots of you have plans to go out and do something fun, some relaxing, and whatever else may be on the agenda. So as I like to point out week after week, is that I feel it's important for the residents of the Antelope Valley, property owners in the Antelope Valley, have a local resource to go to see exactly what's happening here in our local real estate market. Antelope Valley is pretty much unique to itself as to what our real estate market does. A lot of times we get lumped in with the greater Los Angeles County area, state of California, and that activity, those numbers just really don't reflect what happens here in our hometown of Lancaster and Palmdale. I'd like to point out before we jump into the statistics for this week, all of our numbers are courtesy of the Greater Antelope Valley Association of Realtors MLS system. And so with that, let's go ahead and without further ado, jump right on into our slide number 1. You can see we start this morning with 731 active listings on the market, just a slight increase from where we were last week, where we saw a big jump. However, if we look back 4 weeks ago, we were at 595 active listings. Now we're at 731, up about 22.9% from 4 weeks ago. Our pendings, those properties that are currently under contract and in escrow, once again, down 14 from 655. This morning we started at 641. So we are still seeing some tailing off of those properties going into escrow. Definitely seeing some effect of higher interest rate, perhaps some buyer fatigue, and just also sometimes as we head into Memorial Weekend, graduations, and other things going on, sometimes just the overall market seems to take a little bit of a breather. So really, in my opinion, at least at this point in time, nothing to be overly concerned about. You can see that those pendings from 4 weeks ago when we were at 725, down 11.6%. Once again, it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago that we really started to see interest rates take off and increase. And it is having an effect, but we'll draw some conclusions here after we look at the next slide. So let's go ahead and stop the share on this one and pull up our next slide, our last one. And so last week we had 133 residential listings come on the market, down from the previous week. So might be a good sign that some of that lots of inventory coming on the market maybe be starting to stabilize a little bit as we head into the latter spring and then into the summer market. This is a good sign. The next number, our pendings, as I mentioned, those properties, residential properties that went into escrow, a nice healthy 25% jump for 120. Prior week it was 96. And may start to show that buyers are starting to accept and deal with perhaps that the new normal is somewhere between 5 and 5.25%. Also, I think which is influencing that is that a lot of things in the media right now saying that those interest rates are going to do nothing as we head through the summer, go up. So perhaps buyers trying to get a property purchased and closed before they do go any higher. Our median number of days on the market, another good sign, dropped by a day. And then once again, the closings for the week of 516 through 522 bumped up 11.8% from the prior week. So once again, another good sign. Perhaps with this increase in rates, maybe we are going to stabilize a little bit, which would be good. Our median sales price down 7.1% from the previous week, 460. But you can see that once again, median sales price is still exceeding median list price. So when you look at that median number of days on the market at 14, it does show that there are buyers in the market ready to make a quick decision once something comes on the market that is attractive to them, both attractively priced and in good condition. And so not all is bad as we look at this week's report. So let me go ahead and stop the share from there. Kind of conclusion is we start to move forward through the, as I said, the last part of spring and into summer. Is absolutely interest rates are putting a little bit of a damper on the market a little bit. Not great. We're not seeing a huge flood of properties come on the market. It's not uncommon back in 4 or 5 years ago that we would see somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 1,500 homes on the market at any given time. So really to have in the mid sevens still represents a pretty tight inventory situation. So with that, we're going to call it a end of the video for this this week, the week of May 23rd. As I mentioned, those of you that may be traveling, please be safe over the Memorial Weekend, and we will look forward to seeing you next week. Any other information that myself or any of our trusted associates here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Troth Realtors, can assist you with, by all means, please feel free to reach out to us. Proudly serving the Antelope Valley since 1957 for 65 years. All right, everybody, take care. Talk to you next week.